Hey everyone, it's Brent with Awcom. I want to talk to you about password management. We are at a time where everything we do, either personally or professionally, is just another account, another website, another username, another password. It gets fairly overwhelming, and unfortunately, the more that we have to worry about cyber attacks and cyber criminals, the more complex our passwords need to be and the more restrictions we have with creating them. So it becomes almost impossible to manage all these passwords in a way that's effective. We tend to do things like writing them down somewhere or simplifying the passwords that we use or using the same password in a number of different locations. All of these can have absolutely terrible results from a cybersecurity standpoint. So we don't want to do that. So what I'm going to do is give you a few tips today on how to simplify that entire password management problem that we are continuously running into. So the first thing I want you to look at is getting a system or a software package called Password Manager. Personally, we use ones like Dashlane, or we use ones like LastPass or OnePass. All of these different systems are built to allow you to enter all of your passwords in, all of your usernames in for all the different accounts that you have, and very easily retrieve it whenever you need to access those systems. So if you have a bank account at somewhere like Chase or US Bank, if you have credit cards with American Express, you go to the website, the password manager itself drops in your credentials for you securely, so you don't have to worry about creating all these passwords, remembering all these passwords, and trying to come up with them and use them when necessary. So a password manager is a fantastic tool. It'll securely store all of your passwords and allow you access to them when you're accessing the systems, so you don't have to remember all of these things. Another one I'd like to talk about is what's called SSO, which actually means single sign-on. What that is a system that you put in place where you'll log in one time, and then all of the systems that you use, and generally this would be in an office setting, not personal, all of those connections are made behind the scenes through that single sign-on service. So when you log in once and then you want to go to, say, American Express, or you want to go to your accounting package, or you want to go to Office 365, or you want to check your email, the system itself logs you in securely without you having to remember a set of credentials or enter those credentials. It's a great time saver. It's a very secure connection to get you into the systems that you need without you having to remember any of those passwords or log them in. Another tool that we do a lot, when you get a lot of passwords, sometimes you forget them. Sometimes you have to reset them. And if it's a system like Chase or US Bank, they have a reset process, which is easy. It's takes a bit of time, but it's fairly easy. But what happens if you forget your work password? Well, now you call IT or you call your support team and they have to reset it. Well, what if you have a crunch and you're trying to get something done at midnight on a Sunday when IT is not generally the most responsive? Well, we use what's called a password reset portal or a self-serve portal that allows you to go in and reset a work password by yourself securely, and you can have access then into your work systems, O365, Exchange, email, all of the files that you have within your company without having to involve IT into it. So the self-serve portals are a great tool. One other thing that not only will help you from a security standpoint, from a password standpoint, but is also just a great best practice to avoid a lot of the attacks that happen out there. It's a little bit of a bonus. It's called multi-factor authentication. So when you do have, say, a password management system or a single sign-on system to access all of the apps that you need, if you add the multi-factor on top of that, what it does is you'll log in securely, then a message will come to your phone or it'll call you and just ask if you were the one who was trying to access that system. All you do is hit yes, it logs you right in, you have secure access, it's protected access, and it stops a lot of the attacks from happening. So hopefully with those three tools and that one extra bonus tool, you will make some decisions that simplify your life, minimize the amount of passwords that you have to manage, minimize the amount of things you have to log into just to do your job, help you with resetting passwords if you have a problem, and just make your life easier and more secure.